staring at a dated home wondering where do we even start? Today I'm going to share the upgrades that actually add value. And the best part? You don't need to break the bank to see results. Now, for many families dealing with an inherited property, the big question isn't just what to fix, it's who's paying for it. Sometimes one sibling wants to finance the upgrades and get reimbursed at closing. Other times, families pitch in with time instead of money, helping with small repairs, organizing belongings, or even deep cleaning. If one can, those costs often come out of the estate, which means less money to divide among heirs. That's why the most important thing to ask early on is what actually adds value to a home and what doesn't. Tap the like button if this applies to you. When you're grieving a loved one, juggling siblings' opinions, and trying to make the right financial calls can feel overwhelming. Making the wrong repairs or waiting too long can hurt your timeline, finances, and family harmony. That's why we're here, to walk you through the real factors that drive value, especially when selling a home in probate or managing an estate in Orange County, California. We specialize in probate real estate, inherited homes, and senior transitions. That means we've seen families lose tens of thousands in missed value, or worse, squander time losing money to tax, insurance, HOA fees, and mortgage payments. If you're the personal representative of the estate, whether named in a will or appointed by the court, you have big responsibilities. You also have strict deadlines. Here's where families get stuck. Waiting too long to assess the home, making emotional repairs that won't return your investment, missing key probate deadlines, not using the proposed notice of action, Form DE 165. Every month a home sits vacant during probate, it risks vandalism, insurance lapse, and declining market appeal. In Orange County, that could cost you $15,000 to $40,000 in net proceeds. Let's be clear, you don't need to remodel the kitchen or gut the bathrooms, but you do need to understand what buyers in this area value and what probate courts allow you to spend. In probate, any repair over $5,000 may need court approval, especially if it's being paid from the estate. The court will not approve the estate spending money for cosmetic upgrades to increase the value of the home. These improvements need to be paid for by the heirs. Estate property upgrades that actually pay off, what area buyers value? Here's what we know from years of helping families just like yours, low-cost fixes that add value. 1, fresh interior paint in neutral colors, no dark greens or purples. Think Swiss Coffee by Benjamin Moore, warm off-white, or Accessible Beige by Sherman William, warm undertones of yellow. 2, professional deep clean, including windows, baseboards, light switches, fixtures, and vents. 3, yard cleanup and mulch. Front curb appeal matters more than granite countertops. 4, removing old drapes, filters, and replacing outdated light fixtures. 5, decluttering and prepping for estate sale or staging. Don't waste money on 1, full kitchen remodels. You don't get the return on investment. 2, replacing all the windows. 3, adding expensive smart home tech. 4, solar panels during probate. Let me share this story with you. A family in Anaheim Hills inherited their parents' 3-bed, 2-bath, but untouched since the early 80s. Gold carpet, orange tile, you get the idea? The daughter Lisa thought she had to remodel the entire home before selling. Her siblings disagreed, and emotions ran high. One brother wanted to rent it. Another wanted to sell it to a friend. She was caught in the middle. trying to honor her parents and not lose family peace. When we stepped in, the home had already been sitting for 6 months, vacant, unsecured, and racking up fees. We walked the property, researched what homes like theirs had been sold for in the last 6 months, and offered options to help them decide whether to rent, keep, or sell. We met with the family, and answering all questions, they decided what was best for them as a family was selling. The family skipped the remodel, focused on cleanup, paint, and staging, used a notice of proposed action to avoid court delays. The results? They sold in 10 days with multiple offers for $145,000 over what an investor had offered them weeks earlier. It wasn't about doing everything, it was about doing the right things. Emotional versus practical. When family memories hurt the sale. This is where it gets hard. The pink bathroom, maybe your mom loved it. The cluttered garage, that's where your dad fixed everything. We want to help you protect the home's value, so you have choices. Whether you keep, rent, or sell, you want the maximum equity to stay in the family. Sometimes the biggest value you can add is letting go. That's why we can meet with all the family members or arrange a family Zoom call to talk through options, reduce sibling tension, and answer questions like, can we sell as is? How fast do we have to act? What if the house still has things in it? What if we can't agree? We're not just realtors specializing in probate and trust. We're here to guide, mediate, and walk you through all the moving parts of probate property and personal grief. So what adds value? Timing, safety and security, strategic prep, not expensive remodels, legal compliance so you don't trigger delays or penalties, emotional clarity so you can move forward as a family. Here's your simple roadmap. Secure the property, change locks, put up no trespassing signs at entrances, notify insurance to change status to vacant home. Get a probate-friendly valuation, not just as estimate or investor offer, but a realtor real-time estimate. Clarify your timeline, court filings, heir notices, tax implications. Discuss as a family with facts, not just feelings. Decide, keep, rent, or sell, and build a real plan. Need help deciding what adds value to your inherited home? We offer a free home assessment, plus guidance on probate timelines, estate funding, and next steps. We specialize in probate and trust property sales, full service cleanouts and repairs, attorney and accountant referrals, senior housing transitions. We're based in Orange County and serving families just like yours. Let's make this easier. Look at the description below for our contact information. Leave a message there, call me with any of your questions. You don't have to figure this out alone, and you don't have to do everything at once. This is about honoring your loved ones while protecting the value they left behind. It's not just about a house. It's about peace of mind and preserving your family's future. We're here when you're ready. Now look over here and you can see the next video that will help you on your journey.